Well, you kind of briefly opened the door, so let's go there. When it comes to government regulation of
Mhm.
crypto,
Hmm.
what's the best case scenario? What's the worst case scenario in terms of, you know, as
Hmm.
you've kind of mentioned, Ethereum challenges the power centers of the world, and
Hmm.
how do you see the interplay between governments and this new technology that resists centralized power?
Hmm.
Best case and worst case.
Hmm. The the best case is that you know blockchains continue to prosper and we figure out scalability so that people can actually start doing things on block all of the amazing use cases that people have been talking about, instead of today where a lot of the great stuff gets priced out because transaction fees are at $5 to $10.
Hmm.
And then we see a lot of different amazing applications happening on blockchains. It could be like DAOs creating new ways for people to interact and organize with each other, new ways for artists to get funded, and just all sorts of these amazing things. And there's just enough public support and just enough people that see that look, crypto is clearly doing a lot of good things, and there are definitely areas where there's tensions, but in there's areas where there's tensions, like there could be some kind of creative and interesting approaches that get figured out, right? Like, you know, the concept of corporate taxes, for example, right? Like, it doesn't it that would disappear as a revenue stream if theoretically corporations just all get replaced by DAOs. But I don't know, like maybe there's some other creative way by which DAO, like DAOs themselves can kind of be have some kind of encoded governance that ensures that they, have at least some kind of bias towards serving the global public good. And maybe it does enough of DAOs can do enough of that people are happy with it. And there are going to be things that people are unhappy about. There's always going to be the people that wants to surveil everyone. But if on the kind of effect of crypto from just empowering people is greater than that and greater than that in a way that people can just easily see, then that would be a good scenario, right? And we'll just like become kind of incorporated and accepted the same way as happened with the internet. But in the worst case scenario would, of course, be just like people suddenly, flipping and going into moral panic mode and just, oh my God, like this technology is used by like, insert bad group of the day. And then I don't think governments have the ability to ban crypto to the extent of just complete like preventing blockchains from existing, but they definitely have the ability to really marginalize it, right? Like if you just ban all exchanges, like and ban all links from the fiat ecosystem to crypto, and you ban all kind of mainstream employers from accepting or paying in cryptocurrency, then like you can successfully like turn it into a a fairly kind of niche countercultural thing that has much less impact than it otherwise would. So it's somewhere between the good scenario and the bad scenario. I'm obviously hoping for the good.
Well, that's interesting. Also, the tension between governments and
Hmm.
uh, companies. Like, if you have a bunch of billionaires or a bunch of companies like Tesla investing in Bitcoin, and then governments resisting that, it's
Hmm.
interesting who wins out in that worst case scenario.
Hmm.
And it almost when companies and rich, quote unquote, respectable people embrace cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, Ethereum, so on, even the dog coins, it's almost sends a signal to everybody else that this is a revolution that's here to stay.
Hmm.